Hey everybody, my name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight we're going to be stealth camping in this abandoned 100-year-old mill. This place is really cool. From the information I could find, it's like it was built in 1912 or something like that, and it's basically falling apart, but I'm going to climb underneath it and stealth camp here tonight. It's in pretty bad shape, and I'll give you a tour around the building as soon as I get my stuff underneath to the spot where I'm going to stay at. Here's a quick look around though from the inside. And in this hole right here, that's where we're going to be climbing in and staying the night. But before that, I do want to show you the view. Check this out, guys. Look what I'll be looking at the whole time. This may be the, I think I said this last time, but this might be my new coolest spot I've stealth camped. Look at this. I do have to be really careful though, because this place is falling apart. There's holes all in the floor. I have to really watch where I'm going. Let me turn this light on. It's still daylight, but it's pretty dark in here, so I turn the light on. Look at this, there's even a second floor. I'm gonna try and go up there and explore. I don't know though, because this place, like I said, is kind of on its last leg. But before all that, let me get my stuff down in this hole so I can get camp set up before it gets dark. Oh, and I just noticed something. This isn't a good sign at all. Whoa, that's a pretty long drop. Okay. I think we're gonna try and find another way down. Looks like there's a hole over here. No! Oh no! I've got all my stuff down here. It's already cold. It's supposed to get down to like 25 degrees tonight. And I forgot my pullover. So Karika's gonna bring that to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get stuff set up, and then I will give you a tour of my luxurious housing for the night. So Karika once again comes to my rescue and is bringing me my pullover. She says she's here, so I'm just waiting by this little hole in the floor. And she's gonna meet me right there. She's gonna come right here and hand it to me so I don't have to climb back out again. Oh, I just saw the truck go by, so. Also, I'd like to apologize in advance. If my nose is running, it's gonna be all night. It's already running. Everyone in my house has a cold, plus it's already cold out here. So, oh, here she is. Thank you, love you. Got it. Got the pullover. You're probably thinking to yourself, Todd, Champ, is this the only pullover you own? And the answer is yes, it actually is. Some of you may not know because we've gotten a ton of new subscribers over the last week, but my family and I live in a fifth wheel RV, so there's not a whole lot of room for storage, so you really can't have an excess amount of anything, and clothing is one of those things. So you kind of have one pullover, one coat, you know, things like that. Obviously we have tons of underwear in stocks. But as far as big stuff like this, space is very limited, so you got to use it wisely. I got a new piece of equipment this week. Well, I mean, it's new to me. It's used, but my dad gave it to me. Thanks, Dad. Yesterday was his birthday, so give him a shout out in the comments if you want to. His name's Richard. But he gave me this. He found it at Goodwill, and it is a cot. I'll get it unpacked so you can see it, but it's a cot, which is going to come in super handy, especially in camps like this where I really don't want to put anything on this nasty ground. And it looks like water may leak from these holes behind me down onto the ground, so I really don't want to sleep on the ground whatsoever. I don't want to put my mat on there or anything. I probably wouldn't have done this spot if I wouldn't have gotten that cot. So I got that. I'm going to get that set up real quick actually. I got to decide where I want to put it at first though, because I originally wanted to put it right here where I'm at, but there are these huge openings here overlooking the waterfall area, and wind is already blowing in there, and that's going to be super cold if I sleep beside that tonight. And the other area I was looking at was right here up against that wall. But the only problem with that is there's a giant hole in the floor, the one that I jumped down through, right here. So if anyone happens to walk in here tonight and they look in that hole, they're going to see me immediately. I don't like that feeling of sleeping over an open hole. Options are really limited though, so I don't know. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not sleeping why I'm sleeping underneath the building instead of like the first floor or the second floor, it's because I don't trust the flooring whatsoever. It's kind of crazy because it could just collapse on top of me. But this thing has been around for 100 years, over 100 years, so I'm just hoping it can last one more day. Also, if I'm under here and someone does happen to drive by and just kind of glance into the building, because this building is right on a road, somebody does happen to glance in, they won't see me right there. I'll be under here. You'd have to actually come in, look under the floor to see me down here. Dang it. Oh, you know what? think I brought a cheap tarp with me. So I actually may hang that up over one of these openings behind me to block the wind from coming in. I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. Oh my gosh. I just noticed this beam had fallen off. This is super sketchy. I told myself last week, I was like, dude, I'm not doing another really sketchy stealth camp next week. I want to be able to relax. But here I am. Okay, I got that done. That was very quick. There it is. This cot is called the Easy Cot by Byer, B-Y-E-R. I looked it up and they cost like, I don't know, $130 or something like that new, so I got it for free, so that's a pretty sweet deal in my opinion. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna get the tarp hung up now. I was gonna put the tarp over this big hole right here, but right across from this hole, there's a road. So there's a road right there that cars come down, and they were literally pointing at this exact hole. And I didn't want, when it got dark, their headlights to be seeing this big gray tarp. So I decided to put it over here on this smaller hole. That'll be way less noticeable, and I'm just gonna move my cot over to this area. So yeah, that's the game plan. I'm gonna sit down for just a minute, take a break. And then I'm gonna give you guys a tour of this place before it gets dark, because after it gets dark, I'm gonna be too scared to go anywhere. Also, if I'm screaming in this video or talking really loud, I'm not meaning to, but because of the water rushing by right here, it feels like you're not gonna be able to hear me unless I'm talking really loud. So hopefully it doesn't come across as me screaming or something, but that's the only way I know to be able to do this. I just have to talk like that so you can understand what I'm saying. So I don't want to have to go through the entire thing putting captions on this video either. Alright, I'm going to get out my... You know what? I brought my new camp chair, but I don't know if I'm going to get it out because I could just sit on the cot. But the camp chair does have a back on it, so... I don't know. I was going to give you a quick tour, but honestly, I started feeling a little sick, so I'm just going to get my sleeping bag out and lay down on my cot for a little while. But if you'll stay tuned till the end of the video before Karika comes and picks me up, I'll give you a tour of the upstairs. If I can, I may not be able to go up there because the stairs are pretty rotty, but if I can, I'll give you a little tour then. So just stay tuned later on in the video and you'll see that after I wake up tomorrow. But for now, I'm just going to put my sleeping bag on my cot. Just kind of lay down for a minute. Got my cot all set up. I brought my really thin mummy bag. It's like $20 bag from Walmart, and I stuffed that inside my blue beast bag. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep me warm. I still gotta inflate my pillow. I don't know if you can tell. Well, obviously you can't because I have the light on, but it is dark as shit in here. It's freaking me out a little bit. Like, I've been in the middle of the woods by myself multiple times, never really, you know, had a problem with it. But I mean, obviously I get a little nervous sometimes, but this, I don't like this, honestly. It feels so weird. I don't know if it's just because it's such an old building or what, or the thought that if it collapses, I'm probably going to fall off into that raging water below, but I don't like it. And I can't see anything unless I shine the light over in the darkness. This is going to be a long one. And it's already freezing. I've been here for about 2 hours now, and so far I'm honestly just laying here in my cot. I know it's hard to see. I'm using this red light because there's actually a lot of cars that have been coming by, and the red wavelengths can't get spotted from far away like a bright white light can. So I'm using that for now until it gets a little bit later, and then I'll feel a little more comfortable using the big light to talk again. But I am so freaking cold. I do have an electric hand warmer that my son Jagger gave me, but I'm trying to save that for when it's time to go to sleep. I don't want to run the battery down now. I do have this lamp, or this lantern. I've shown you this before. Car just came by. So a car just came by, so I had to turn off my headlamp for a second. I don't know how well you can tell, but when the cars come down this one road over here, they're pointed directly at this red mill. So if there's a light shining from here, they'll see it. They'll see it pretty easily. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. I have that electric hand warmer, and I have this lantern here, and I think I remember, I want to say it was something like 12,000 milliamp hours, and that's a lot. So I could probably use the hand warmer and then recharge it once to use it again tonight. Also, this red light, while it is good for stealth, it actually makes stuff look even creepier under here, so I don't like that. Also, I just noticed this on the wall. It says Crips, which is a gang. Just to let you guys know, I am not gang affiliated yet. I am looking. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. So the way stealth camping for me usually goes is I get here, I get everything set up, and then after that it's kind of gets a little boring, honestly. I'm just kind of hanging out, looking at stuff on my phone, responding to comments. So there's really not much going on until I start cooking. Actually, while I'm talking, I do want to thank everyone who subscribed. Last week's video, I know I had like 601 subscribers. As of now, we have like 1,952 subscribers, which is unfreaking believable. I literally thought like that would take me like the rest of the year to get that many subs. So thank you guys so freaking much. The bridge video really kind of blew up a little bit, but man, thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you for everyone who has been subscribed. I'm just truly blessed to have all you guys watching. It just really, really means a lot to me. So thank you so freaking much. Okay, I'm gonna come back when I can safely turn the light on, because I don't know how good this looks for you guys. I'm sure it's not a great visual. This red light might be blinding you. I don't know. So I'm gonna just lay around until I feel like it's safe enough for me to turn the good light on, and then we'll talk some more. Every time I try to record, it seems like a car wants to come by, so I'm really hungry, and I have to cook, so what I'm gonna do is just use my red lantern here and use that light to cook, because I'm starving. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm basically making a grilled cheese, but instead of just normal cheese, I'm using a couple slices of mozzarella cheese and pepperoni, and I'll just fry that up in some butter. And it's kind of like a pepperoni calzone, except it's just made with regular bread. So yeah, let's get that started. Just getting some butter to put in the pan. I'm sorry, I know it's hard to see, but I'm just melting the butter right now. I'm gonna put a couple slices of sliced mozzarella cheese on here. And then I'm gonna put some pepperoni slices on top of that. Here's a really quick look of what I've got going on. It's just mozzarella with pepperoni, and then I'm gonna put some more mozzarella on top of that, then put the other slice of bread on there, and then fry that up. I gotta turn this light back off. I really hate that I have to keep this light off. This is way harder to do in this little pan than I thought it was gonna be. I forgot to add more cheese onto the other side of the pepperonis. I'm gonna put another piece of cheese on here. There's a little bit of a learning curve on that first one. The next one will be much better. I'll go ahead and show you the end product of the first one though, but the second one is going to be way better. There she is. Oh wow, that actually looks really good. Okay, I'm gonna eat this. And then I'm gonna cook one more. Then I'll probably try to go to bed, but I'm gonna turn the camera off and get this other one cooked. And then I'll check back in with you guys once I'm done with that. So on this second one, I added 3 times the amount of cheese and 3 times the amount of pepperoni. Look at this thing. This is freaking delicious. I'm gonna have to cook this more often. Okay, I'm gonna eat and turn this light off. Well, I'm all done eating, and now I'm going to eat this slightly expired Almond Joy. I also got this from the discount grocery store. 6 for $1, man. Yeah, its best buy date is October 2024, but I don't care. It still tastes good, and that's all that matters. And it's 6 for a freaking $1. Oh, I also got this expired Kit Kat. This one also expired in October, so yeah, I'm gonna eat one of these and then I'm gonna try and get some sleep. If anything happens during the night, I'll grab the camera, try to catch it for you guys, but if not, and hopefully not, I will see you guys in the morning I can't wait for the sun to come up so it'll start warming up in here. Alright, see you guys. Good morning. It's like 28 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's about -2 degrees Celsius. I'm sure that's not exact, but it's probably pretty close. I had a really good sleep other than it being cold. It's like 7 a.m. right now. I actually woke up like, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. I just didn't want to get out from under my sleeping bag because I'm cold. I'm gonna get up, get my stuff packed up because Karika's coming to pick me up here in about 30 minutes. So I gotta get everything packed up. We'll get one last look around this place before we go. I still want to try and see upstairs and see what's going on up there. Probably a whole lot of rotting wood, I would suspect, but I'm gonna get up and get moving so I can warm up. I don't know if they saw me or not, but those people stopped on that bridge and were there for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, but probably like 30-45 seconds. They're probably just checking out the water though, because it does look really cool out here. Man, a part of me really wants to climb down onto this ledge, but I'm not going to, because if I fall in that water, that might be the end of camping with Champion. Okay, I gotta get packed up and get out of here so Karika's not waiting on me. I've got all my stuff packed up and ready to go. Now I gotta, I'm gonna throw it back up through this hole, and then I'll climb up there and I'll carry it to the truck whenever Karika gets here. Then I'll show you the upstairs, but first, I've had a lot of people ask me how they could help out the channel, like donate or something. Honestly, the best way to help the channel out is just to do the things you guys are already doing, which is liking the videos, subscribing, sharing it. But if you do want to donate $1 or $2, I set up an account that I see a lot of other campers use. It's called Buy Me a Coffee, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. I hate even mentioning it, but many people have asked about that, so that's in the that's going to be a link down in the description. If you want to do that, that would be great, but you are under no obligation at all. I hate even talking about it. I just had to mention that. I thought I'd throw that in at the end of the video, or close to the end. We're still going to go upstairs and check that out. Oh, I just saw that I forgot to get my tarp down. Let me get that down, and then we'll put this stuff up the hole in the floor and then head upstairs. Okay, I'm gonna do one last look around, make sure I didn't forget anything, and then we'll head up. Here's gonna be the full tour. This is the outside of the mill. And then you walk through these barn doors. Why do people why do you people have to graffiti everything? This is a cool old building. Makes no sense to me. Anyways, you come in through the barn door, and this is the first floor. And then there's these stairs, and I haven't been up here yet at all. I was actually kind of nervous to do this, but let's head up there. actually a door back there. Woo. I'm trying to figure out where the beams are so I can walk across here, but this is really sketchy. Seeing just tons and tons of wasp nests, looks like dirt dauber nests, all over this place. So if you ever come here during the summer, I would not come up here. I'm almost all the way across. I'm trying to make it to the door on the other side. Explore, so here we go. There it is. Man, this would have been a cool thumbnail for the video. If I wouldn't have been too scared to come up here yesterday, that would have been a good shot. Okay, I'm gonna get down from here now. All in all, this was a really great spot. I slept pretty well, and I think a large reason for me being able to sleep so well was because of this running water. At night when I sleep, I always have on some kind of white noise or something, so that rushing water, I mean, it really helped me sleep because I couldn't hear any weird noises throughout the night. Give you one last look. My ride is here, so I'm gonna get my stuff and start hauling it out to the truck. That's gonna do it for me on this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate every one of you guys. This channel's growing so fast, it's unbelievable really, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll come back next week. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but figure out something fun to do for next Friday's video. Thank you again, guys. I'll see you next week.